Hello and welcome back to Swanage Railway. So this video is going to be another tech behind the lout video, and the item in subject is the coal yard. Now this coal yard has an operating coal chute, which if you saw the last show video you might have noticed in action. I know one of you has commented on said coal chute, saying it was nice to see them in operation. So that coal chute is actually a modified Hornby product, as I can just lower the box into the screen now. An old Action accessory coaling chute. It's been heavily modified to make it suit my needs. So that's how it should have looked. I've used the hopper. That's where the motor is. I've still got that bit underneath the layout. So that is now the bottom of the chute, and I've basically turned the whole chute around. All I basically needed from this kit was the hopper, a bit of the framework that the hopper sits on, the conveyor and the motor, essentially. The rest of it's sealed in this box. If I just check that underneath. So around the top bit here, we've got a little bit that looks like leather, but it's actually just a bit of duct tape folded in half. No idea why I chose to use duct tape, but either way, that's just stuck onto the sides and helps to angle the coal down into the awaiting locomotives. So if I just grab the camera, we'll go for a little bit of a fly tour. So conveyor is currently empty. This little bobcat up here has a little flashing light, which is unfortunately powered by the next panel along. So that won't be flashing during this demonstration. We've got some real coal here, which is the Hornby stuff. But to reload this, we have to get to a hopper. So if I just pull on this wall here, I now reveal the inner workings. So we have our little hopper down there, which feeds down onto the chute. It's a bit dark and gloomy in that bit. But basically there's two bits that act like a V that go out and spread it evenly into the centre of the chute, and then the stack just falls off. That bit is on a bit of separate plywood, which is screwed in place. I got a bit of coal down the side, but there was an issue when running it at the last show. Got a tiny little bit of paper on the bottom of the conveyor as well. That stops anything that rolls down the conveyor from, well, falling off the conveyor. Works well. At the moment we haven't got any coal or anything, but we've also got two vibrator motors mounted underneath there. I'd probably put a picture up right now of the underside of the hopper, if I can do that in editing and not forget. Well, hopefully I remembered. The mounting bracket for the conveyor is 4 long threaded bars. You might be able to make that out there, but I'm probably also in editing going to put a picture of that up from the side angle. So we've got 2 there, and there's 2 at the lower end as well. That enables us to adapt the angle of the conveyor to what we like. So I'm actually going to do a demonstration of this on video. The hinge for this bit is right here. That was 3D printed hinge with a little bit of wire through them. And then a little bit of greenery, shrubbery on the end. Our coal pile, you would have seen me building that up in the previous build video. But yeah, that doesn't actually drop down onto it. It's all hidden underneath our little lid, which the lid itself has a tiny metal rod there inside of the hill and a coin magnet lodged into it. The lid itself is just made out of what? Plasterboard? Or no, foam board. Sorry, getting myself mixed up there. Foam board. It also impacted the top of the hopper, so made a little cut, and you can see how the wire comes up for the little bobcat. And it's tiny little light. So with that all said and done, I'm going to stand the tripod over here and then start filling up the hopper. Right, so that's the conveyor now. So it's not fully filled. We can actually take it right up to the top. But as this is just a demonstration, that much will do for now. So if I enable the vibrator system, which you can now hear, so you should now be able to see the coal shifting. Or relatively be able to see the coal shifting. Basically helps it feed out onto the belt itself. So I need to try and find something to hold. So as I don't have a wagon underneath the thing right now, so I'm just going to put this little pot in place. That seems to be holding, so we'll just accelerate the coal chute if my control system will allow me. So if I just accelerate that, you'll see how it starts to feed out. Yeah, it doesn't take too long to empty. And that's it. So, like I said earlier, if we pop under the board, that's where the motor is. So we basically took the old base and kept it. We've got a step down unit here, which is powered by one of my Train Tech relays. That runs the vibration motors that shake the coal and help it feed. There, inside there is our motor. It's got a little diode on it as well, so it only actually wants to run in one direction. So only ever feed the coal up the chute. Never down, just up. And we also power this off of a sound decoder. So if I put it into reverse, so that's the sound we get when we're coaling. So if I put the conveyor back into use again, you'll hear the motor kick on when it's timed. And that speaker is actually located under these guys. If you can actually see where it is. Which also gives us stuff like so we have a variety of sounds that we can play from this depot, and it's also in good range of our engine shed as well, which we quite often have an engine parked in with the welder light going, which is one of those Train Tech smart lights for an arc welder. Might just see where the welder guy is down there. Welder light is literally strapped to the welder box, but not the topic of the video. So, in the amount of time we had the coaler going, if I can get it out, that's the amount of coal we managed to shift. Usually at a show we'd have enough to do about 6, 7, maybe even 8 locomotives, depending on the size of the tender. But at the previous show I even brought out a little EWS hopper wagon as well, and occasionally parked it under and just emptied the entire chute's contents into that. That wagon can be filled almost twice by the amount of coal that this upholds. So, right, the end of the video is coming shortly. So I've got a bit of an announcement to make on the fact that this layout is, I would say, getting near finished. And I mean, this section of the layout was always the most incomplete. Now it's done. So there's probably, I don't know, two or three more videos for Swanage portable layout. But that's not gonna be the end of this channel, because this entire loft space where I've been constructing this layout is actually meant to be where my home layout is meant to be based. So yeah, this ain't going to be the end of the channel or the end of me. This layout will still be going to shows. I'll still do videos on anything I do to the layout, like any additions I make, any new tech I put in. But yeah, I got 2-3 more videos based on this layout alone that I know of. And then we're going to move on to the home layout. Now, just going to admit it, the loft area is a hell of a mess at the moment. So forgive me when I start showing you the space that I've got to work with. My current home layout, it was okay with the original plan, but yeah, I need to relook at how I'm doing things. So we're going to go for one last flying tour in this video. So you may have noticed in the background, so this used to be where Helix used to be. So that was always meant to be the lower stocky level. That was always meant to be the upper scenic level. Still is, just that we're going to rebuild it. So this is the space that we've got to work with. I'm just going to zoom out the camera. You can already see a couple trains on the tracks. They go all the way behind that board. And then to there. But that's not all the space. Now, that is going to be continuing across this gap here, all the way into the back of this zone. Round that back wall, and then all the way back, around this corner, back into this section. So, it's a large chunk of space. Swanage Model Railway will be stored up here as well, underneath. And we'll still do all our show videos. I'll show any progress that I make with the portable layout as well, like any upgrades and extra features that I add. But yeah, soon I'll be starting a new playlist on this channel where I'll be moving on to the home layout. So it'll be a lot of work. Once I get lines active, I'll finally be able to have proper running sessions up here, as Swanage is 19 feet long. I don't have 19 feet here. So the only place I can get 19 feet is downstairs in the living room into conservatory, which I have had for a little while, but that was with approval from the family, because they also wanted to help in the construction work over the last couple months, if not longer, and were a key driving force into getting this whole section here done, which I'm grateful for. And the weathering brings the layout to life, I feel. But yeah, upcoming videos will be of the last niggly bits on this. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them. I'd love to read them. I do read all my comments, as long as they're nice comments, but I read the bad ones too. I love hearing your views and your opinions, so feel free to subscribe for that upcoming project. And yeah, enjoy the ride. Thanks for watching.